Because you know how organized I am. What? Okay. Alright, Moses and Plato, last train to Clawville. So, the devs... I either requested a key to this game and they were like, yeah, go play it. I think that was the case. So that's also why we're playing this game. Just because I was contacted by the devs and they gave me a key and stuff, so we're here. Please let me know if the music is loud at all compared to my voice. Yeah. Oh, I didn't continue on my game? Well, that's fine. Like, I wanted to start a new game anyway. Oh, this version does not save. Okay, that's fine.
So, we're standing on top of a train, looking death in the eye.
That was quite a trip, wasn't it?
Quite a trip. If anyone had told me that we'd have ended up here, I would have laughed in their faces. So, where do we start?
Let's say a freezing cold day greeted us on that fateful Stavonian morning.
Furry heavens! Could you be any more cheesy?
I thought I was getting better at this.
That'll never happen.
Well then, let's just start at the beginning.
Hey, Bill, you should write for video games.
Well, here we are.
I'm gonna turn on auto.
I'm gonna freeze to death.
Now that you mention it, my dear friend, we're a little early, so you'll have plenty of time to do that.
No matter. I can already taste the champagne and olives on my tongue.
Champagne and olives?
The party! Aren't you looking forward to the big Bon Voyage party tonight?
Oh, that. I'd skip it if I could.
Ha! Moses, you're the saddest animal I've ever had the misfortune to meet. For once in your life, you should let loose. We're on a holiday, right?
Let me remind you that no, we are not on holiday. This is work.
Work?
Furry heavens. You're beyond hope, Moses.
Well, you're probably right, my dear friend.
So we freeze to death. But, I see other passengers are starting to arrive.
We can have a little sniff around before we leave the station. Literally and figuratively.
Good idea. Although, I might not be able to move anymore.
Nice. You have an idea for a comic book if that helps? Yeah. Tell me about it. Or maybe not. You know, keep it to yourself until you actually publish that comic book. How have I been doing? I've been really busy at work. And like, content creation stuff is going well, but it also means that like the rest of my life I need to pay attention to. So like work is super busy and content creation is great, but like the rest of my life is like, in terms of like the small admin things, it doesn't look pretty. It does not look pretty. I have like laundry to do, my dishes are okay. There's some funky smelling things in the fridge. It's yeah. That like when you start getting into things that you don't usually have time for, and you get into those things, then you don't have time for the other things. Yeah, it does not need to look pretty as long as it gets done. I know, but now it's just sitting there and it's not getting done. So yeah, I don't know. You're coming over to clean? Please come over to clean, or just like hang around and you can cook for me too if you want to. I just need like a cook and someone that can just help me get my shit done. I need to like exchange my gas and put in my order for laundry and wash my carpets and but you know what? I'd rather be here playing a video game. Clawville Express is said to be the most amazing machine ever built by an animal. At least that's what they say. I wonder how it can live up to such big words. Okay, so we got an ambassador and the dame.
Look who's here.
The ambassador. Ah, that creep makes my tail tingle.
Stay focused, Plato. We'll do what we've been hired to do, and we can take our well-deserved vacation.
When I think we have to protect this monster.
Let's not jump to conclusions, dear fellow. You know rumors...
Ah, sorry.
These aren't just rumors, Moses. They're facts.
We have a job to do, and we're going to do it. All right?
Yeah, all right.
No, I've already eaten, at least. I had some food before. I had some food before stream. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten out and about, so don't worry.
Speaking of which, you're a Manu, right? A palace's cat? Shouldn't you be perfectly fine in the cold?
I've never told you about my cryophobia? My unnatural fear of freezing?
The amount you usually talk, it surprises me too, but no, you never mentioned it before.
Well, it was because of the war.
Oh, right. The war.
I spent a whole winter in a trench. I got the chill up to my bones and my soul. And somehow, I wasn't the same animal after that.
And that affected your perception of the cold.
Some people lose their sense of smell after a major trauma, or see colors different.
That's interesting. Please tell me more about it.
I'd rather not. You overanalyze everything and everybody. It can be really unpleasant.
Well, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I'm used to it.
That's cutie. Look at this. It has very like St. Petersburg vibes. A lot of St. Petersburg vibes. I actually just want to say in my description, saying like cozy vibes with like some emojis, because this is very much going to be a chill, cozy stream with, you know, we're just gonna sit and we're gonna have a lovely little story time and just enjoy ourselves. Yeah, get snuggled up. It is cold, and there we go. So I don't want people to expect that like this is going to be like a, not like a super interactive stream, but it is going to be sitting and like, you know, experiencing the story and stuff. Also, the realm of eternal winter. It's also called the city of frozen fangs. By the way, I'd even say it's beautiful if my eyeballs haven't frozen over. Alright. You can also have a look at the dame. He has rather a pleasant appearance. I can go into my brain palace. It gives us like the breed of the person as well as their like Latin name. So like Palace's cat, and this is a snow leopard, which is quite cool. You forgot to get popcorn? I also forgot. I've been forgetting to get popcorn like frequently, and it's so weird to me because I always have popcorn in my house. Okay, this is gonna make time for
finally. This is ridiculous. I've been waiting here for an age.
Sir, welcome.
Just grab the bags and pack them quickly. My daughter and I are freezing to death out here.
Sir, I think you misunderstand.
Are they paying you to talk or work? I am at my wit's end here. Can you believe it, my dear?
Leave me out of this.
Dear sir, I genuinely think there's been a misunderstanding here.
Just take our luggage and load it while I'm in a good mood.
Kernels? Yeah, I like kernels and like even bagged popcorn. I usually like to get kernels because then I can, like, I usually reserve a few so that I can throw them for Ash. Because she likes chasing the kernels. She likes the sound of the kernels like hitting the floor. And she likes running after them and chasing them because they move quite quickly over the floor. Can you listen to us for a moment and not just hear your own voice?
Are you tired of life?
Oh my. That was a mistake.
Let me step in. This is Moses Wildflower, and I'm Plato Palladius of the Clawville Police Department. We are here because, unfortunately for us, we have been entrusted with the full protection of you and your dear daughter until this magnificent train reaches Clawville.
Is that so? Well, why didn't you start with that?
We tried, but it must be the noise.
Whatever. So you're in the service of the Fox King, huh? Very well. Then I'll see you at the party soon, yes?
In fact, I think we'd rather...
Moses, we'll be there, sir.
All right then.
Joyful. Until then, gentlemen. Porter! Where's the bloody porter?
Keep your voice down. My head is splitting.
Interesting.
Found out some interesting facts, indeed. I'll leave you to wander around in your little
What?
wine garden. What? How do you know about my garden? You talk an awful lot in your sleep, Moses. If you had any idea what else I know. This is terribly embarrassing.
Yes?
Oh, yes it is. No, my cat doesn't eat the kernels. She just chases them. She eats plastic. Ignat Alexei Ivarinich. Punya Ivarinich. She is the daughter of Ambassador Ignat, who is clearly on the trip out of sheer necessity, although I have a suspicion that there is another reason for her being here. In any case, she is a lady of noble breeding and a tempered but rebellious spirit. We shall have to watch her carefully. So here, this is the connection board, which is being silly for some reason. We can kind of put people on here and we can make connections. So like, we can connect these two and be like, you know, cooperation, or love, or dishonesty, murderous intent, dependence, hostility, and there's nothing really much that connects the two of them. Like, yeah, it's like she's his daughter, but like, there's nothing really that we need to, like, nothing concrete that we need to create connections with. So that's fine. I'll need to put a bug for the connections thing. Okay, so we've got some clues for Ignat's dark past, some national tensions, okay? Ignat's past is rather murky, having served as a high-ranking officer in the colonial Tsarist forces, including in the Tarogo colonies. Interesting. Alright. We had a look in our mind palace. So, when I was... They've updated the demo, which is quite cool. When I was doing my review, or or at least doing my recommendations, I like pointed out that we have different senses, so I can, pick up on the train smell. The trains have a distinctive smell that's a mixture of many different aromas: metal, oil, coal, leather, and many more, but nothing blatant or notable. And then we can also have like extra senses.
The fluffy, fuzzy... Damn!
Quite a tower, isn't it?
That could easily accommodate all the members of the country's parliament.
Or an invading army.
You got that right.
Having to oversee the protection and well-being of the Stavonian delegation is not just a simple task, but also a kind of trust and power play between the two countries of Clawville and Stavonia. Frankly, it's not very uplifting to be caught between two such superpowers. Alright. We can talk to Ignat again. We can also question him, I think.
Do not bother me. Ask my daughter if you want to know something. You people give me migraines.
I beg your pardon?
Don't take it personally. I can't stand coppers in any shape or form.
Ah, I see. Well, the feeling is mutual.
You're just kidding me, yes?
Oh, of course.
Let's ask about his
My
daughter.
daughter, spoiled little brat. But I suppose that's mainly my fault.
Ah, come on. Don't blame yourself.
If you want to know more, perhaps you should ask Her Majesty. I don't have time for this.
Oh, now I'm
Thank
getting
you.
super
We will,
comfy.
sir.
There's also still another one. We better not bother him anymore. I agree with each and every piece of hair on my back. Alright, we've exhausted those options. Let's have a chat.
Madam, we are pleased to be of service to you and your good father.
Do I look like I've molted for the first time?
What? I beg your pardon?
I know you despise us, and you have every reason to, but I don't care. Nor do I care about these ridiculous peace negotiations.
Oh, I see. That was refreshingly cold and honest.
Just stay away from me. Or at least keep your flattery to yourself.
You know what? You're really a little...
It's not going to be that easy, I'm afraid.
Good day.
Alright.
Same to you, madam.
Whew, she's something, ain't she? Just like the weather here. Ice cold and, well, mostly ice cold.
Indeed. But it's interesting what she said. I mean about the peace negotiations.
You know what? I don't like the idea of them myself. And these Stavonians make my tail cramp up.
I thought you were a devout pacifist. You should be happy for peace.
Well, since I've been through the hell of war myself, I am. But this is just smoke and mirrors, Moses. There will never be peace between Stavonia and Clawville. Hostility is coated in our blood.
Maybe. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We haven't even started this journey.
Yeah, you're right. And we might just be in for the adventure of a lifetime, huh?
Oh, but every day is an adventure with you, Plato.
Welcome back, Nibbles.
More and more passengers.
If you want to know more than animals are willing to tell you, use your refined senses, Moses. Remember what you've taught me.
You're in a rather educational mood today, my dear friend. I could almost call it lecturing.
You'll thank me later, Moses. Believe me.
If you say so.
Okay, cool. So let's use our senses, I guess.
Stop staring at that woman.
What woman? I know.
I know.
Yes, you are. You were looking at that cat. Stop it, it's humiliating.
It's not a cat, it's a panther.
And that's an excuse.
I swear, I wasn't staring, sweetie.
I thought you were over this cat thing.
Okay. Look at these two. Can't really look at them. They have an extremely strong and intoxicating perfume around them, almost as if they were trying to hide something with it. Interesting.
He looks rather familiar.
You mean Cassidy Lupus, the silent wolf?
The what and who?
Yeah.
To my bushy tail, you really do live in a cave, don't you?
So he's some kind of movie star.
Yeah, you can use like your super sight, well not super sight, but like your animal sight and hearing and smell to pick up like additional clues.
The movie star,
Uh-huh. And the young lady?
Cassandra Ruby Faye, a real up-and-coming movie sensation. They're predicting a big future for her, although the tabloids say she's a bit unstable.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. And quite lovely, too.
We are not trying to solve anything yet. We are just about to board the train. I think things will go down once we start getting on the train. Right now, we are just meeting all the characters and finding out all their, like, finding all their intentions and characters and stuff. Looks like an interesting lady indeed. Somehow, she seems out of place. Alright, now let's talk to Cassidy.
Excuse my rudeness. My name is...
Oh, come on, it's no problem. What can I write? Who will it be for?
What? No, I don't...
Then simply Cassidy Lupus, star of Silent Wolf and the Loudest Howl. Here we go, darling.
But I...
Nah.
Don't thank me, friend. It's nothing. My pleasure.
Well, thank you.
I haven't actually played past
Hey,
this point in the
mister.
demo, so it's all new to me now.
Yes, little thingy.
Thingy.
Little what?
Let's not get too excited, shall we? It's probably the cold. It's getting on your nerves.
What a perceptive mind. Indeed, that is exactly the case.
This is Detective Moses Wildflower, and I'm Plato Palladius from the Clawville Police Department. And we're not here for your autograph. You can be sure of that.
What, the police?
Oh.
For the wild ones. Cassidy, what have you done now?
Not a single thing, Cassandra, dear, I swear. At least, I don't think.
Nothing to worry about, madam. Sir, we just wanted to say hello and assure you that with 2 senior police officers on board, you will have the safest and most comfortable journey possible.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
really?
Plato's just like losing his shit.
That's rather nice to hear.
Don't worry about Cassidy. He's a bit weak in the knees. But otherwise, he's a pretty nice guy. At least, for the most part.
For the most part. But darling,
Alright. Oh, cool. We got an autograph. An unwanted autograph from Mr. Cassidy Lupus. The handwriting shows he scribbled his name a million times before. Okay, so there's something that I'm missing. Aha! You unlocked a secret description. Signature's well rehearsed, but his hand seemed to tremble a little when he wrote it. Was it the cold, or maybe because we were police officers? Okay. We can also do this. I think I did see a secret here. So this is my pocket watch, which was my grandfather's. It never stops for a second. Neither does a good detective. AW means Alphonse Flowers. He was my grandfather, and I inherited this wonderful pocket watch from him. Unlike my father, Alphonse valued the time he was given. Is that a Full Metal Alchemist reference? There's a whole bunch of stuff with the codex and stuff. We can go through that if we want to. But Cassidy Lupus is a Grey Wolf and Cassandra Ruby Faye is a Coney, which is quite interesting.
Forgive me for the autograph fiasco. You know, the fans just find me everywhere. It's a nightmare.
Oh, I can imagine.
You can't imagine.
And the lady is...
What a barbarian I am. This is my companion and partner in many cinematic wonders, the magnificent Cassandra Ruby Faye.
Gentlemen, if I may say so, it's extremely reassuring that you're traveling with us.
Our pleasure. I'm not gonna kind of, like, this is weird. Well, I don't expect much reassurance on this trip, or not so much for us. Like, let's keep it like light and friendly, I guess.
You are a real gentleman.
Don't worry about a thing, as long as you see us.
Are you two going to the
They're
party?
all suspicious.
I regret to say that we probably will.
That's wonderful.
See you there, madam. Sir?
All right. But we can ask
It's
more questions.
awfully cold here, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Cassidy.
I'm sure you'll be nice and toasty in your cabin.
Tell me, where are you two staying? Up front?
Well, we're officially in the last car.
The... what? That's horrible.
Honestly, we were a bit surprised too.
My condolences, officers. If I were you, I would complain to management immediately.
What's wrong with the last car?
Oh, it's all right. We can take it. The most important thing is to do our job, and nothing else.
I've been through 2 wars. I think I've slept in worse places.
Have you seen the inside of the last car? I wouldn't be so sure about that.
So that cat's eyes, he's been through some stuff. He's a little bit neurotic. He is really, really cold. Hey Jason, how you doing? I wonder what's up with the last car. Like, is it like typical that like the last car is like really shitty? I don't really know that much about like old-timey trains, but like only one I know is that Snowpiercer one, and the last car was like where all the dregs of society went.
Listen,
Yes, sir. What? Yes, I beg your pardon?
What?
Stop staring at her, you hear?
Absolutely not.
Me, but I'm not. Oh, we better stay out of this, Moses. Alright. So we had that conversation. Glad to hear
Believe
it's good.
me, he's not so horrible. Just a little disorganized.
Oh, you got me.
Oh,
for good. I couldn't deny it if I wanted to.
Sorry.
you know, it's funny meeting you here, on the other side of the world.
It is indeed.
Oh,
The wilderness
I'm
is
sorry.
so small.
Oh,
Madam, I've been around the world more than once, and I assure you, it's quite huge.
And yet, 4 citizens of Clawville just happen to be in the same place at the same time. What a wonderful coincidence. Am I right?
hello, my cuckoo.
I wouldn't be so sure that's a
Oh, she's
coincidence.
cold. Oh, she's been...
Here we go. Ignore his cryptic remarks. Like, you know, our lives are a tattered detective novel.
Oh, how exciting. Isn't it, darling?
That's right.
Hello, my cat. Okay, she's a little cold because she was sleeping in front of the window. It is one of her favorite spots these days, but it also means that she does get a little bit chilly. There is like a little blanket there in the spot where she likes to sleep. You know. You mean. I always have blankets in like random places around the house because I'm like, I know that's where my cat likes to sleep. Alright, ooh, we can ask a question. Worried look.
Keep your eyes open, detectives. I mean, all your senses.
What do you mean?
Oh, I don't mean anything. But it seems a strange bunch of people are gathered here. My ears are itching, and that always means trouble.
We'll keep an eye out, madam. You have my word.
Oh, you seem to have stepped out of another age, my dear detective.
Yeah, tell me about it. He's a living fossil.
Oh, what's up?
Well, well.
Let's do this.
Moses is I think the breed of that fox that has like a very human face and it always looks like constantly worried. I think it is definitely taken from that animal. Quite interesting. No surprise, the train is about to depart. Are you ready for the journey, Moses? Me? My dear friend, I am always ready. Eh? Why did I even ask? Alright. Strange plant.
Is that a Malvaceae hippoconia?
Sure.
I was wondering the same thing myself.
Plato, please.
Do you really know the names of all the flower varieties in the world by heart? And is that even healthy?
I'm the perfect example that names have meanings. I am Wildflower, after all. Also, everyone has a passion.
And some are more harmful than others.
You don't mean the flowers, do you?
I'm going to use my senses. Ooh, angry remark.
Dirty cow.
Excuse me?
Buffalo.
What?
What?
I said buffalo. Water buffalo. Not a cow.
Assassins. Traitors.
A little quieter, please, Father.
I tell you they're trying to kill us. What else would they be doing here?
You're paranoid. Have a sip of brandy to calm you down.
Don't you tell me to calm down.
Okay. I'm gonna have a quick jump into my mind palace. Oh, there's a whole bunch of things here. So, Kunia and the peace negotiations. Ignat's daughter is a fierce and vocal opponent of peace negotiations. This could cause problems. Why the last wagon? The big question mark for us is why we are accommodated in the last wagon, as we are here to protect the Stovian ambassador who was in the first one. Oh, okay. And Ignat's paranoia. Ignat believes that his life is being threatened, and who else he thinks could be the culprit but the ambassador of Tirogo. So the air between the two factions is almost red hot, which can be explained by historical animosity, but it could also have personal reasons. Ambassador Ignat is seriously worried that the Tirogo embassy is trying to kill him. Okay, so I don't know if I can make connections because I haven't encountered... Okay, I can't scroll through these, which is kind of a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay everyone out here, and then once we have like more people, then lay them out. Once we introduce.
Stop staring at that woman.
Okay, we've seen that. I want to... Beauty. Isn't it a wonderful plant? I must say, the color is very distinctive, but I don't know where to put it. Is it a Malvaceae hippoconia? People of Tirogo. The air is almost boiling between the Tirogo and Stavonia delegates, and I could swear the temperature is below 0. Unfortunately, I almost can't smell it. What a shame that such a beauty is locked away like this. Alright, let's have a talk to them. Colonial attire, exotic charisma, lofty bearing. I can't deny I am intrigued.
Look who just arrived.
Well, well. Must be a high-ranking official from the royal colonies. Interesting.
Load of interesting folks gathering here, huh?
He's probably here because of the peace negotiations, like the rest of us.
That damn treaty.
Now, my dear friend. What would Chief Inspector Bloodboil say to that kind of attitude?
You'll never get anywhere with that attitude, Plato.
You're pretty good at this voice impersonation thing.
Thank you, Moses.
It might even come in handy one day.
You really think so?
Perhaps.
Okay. Yeah, let's chat to this ambassador.
Greetings,
Sorry about
sir.
the one.
My name is...
Yes, you two are the detectives, right?
Yes, indeed we are. Although, frankly, I'm surprised that you know.
The whole station is talking about it. 2 detectives protecting that pale-furred, sharp-toothed bastard. And I was just wondering, where are my detectives?
Your... Excuse me?
If our beloved king sends personal protection to defend his enemies, like the ambassador of the Stavonian government, surely he sends 1 or 2 to protect his own beloved ally, the ambassador to his own colony. Am I right? Which would be myself.
Wait. Our beloved king sends special protection to defend his enemies like the ambassador of the service. Surely he sends 1 or 2 to protect his own beloved ally. Okay.
You? You're the ambassador of Tarogo?
No other. Mujara Panina, ambassador, high priest, guru, and spiritual seer. I'm genuinely horrified that you don't know who I am.
Yeah, more suspicious characters.
If I may say so,
Everyone's
you
a
speak the
suspect.
Clawville dialect admirably.
Even me.
Please do not change the topic. Although, I do speak with particular skill, yes.
I am truly sorry that you have not been properly escorted, sir, but you must be aware of the very delicate relationship between the Clawvillian crown and the Stavonian government.
Pah, don't take me for a fool.
Sorry if we offended you, sir.
Don't blame yourself. I'm used to being surrounded by the incompetent. Varney,
I'm here, sir.
good. Chat with these gentlemen while I go rest my eyes.
Yes, of course, Separ. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Alright. I'm gonna bother him some more.
Seriously?
You have a problem with your ears? I told you to talk to my sister, not to
Yes.
bother me. Yes, we understand, sir. Have a good rest. Alright.
It's a pleasure to meet you and Ambassador Mujara.
The Separ is quite tired. I hope you will forgive him for being a bit irritable.
The Separ?
Tarogo's religious leaders, who also wield considerable political influence.
Very well said. You are highly educated and well-informed, detective.
Thank you, Miss Fanny.
You could have boarded the train much later if you're going to the peace negotiations. So what are you doing here on the frozen other side of the world?
Whale.
Unfortunately, that is sensitive, rather top-secret information.
Top secret.
You see, Miss Fanny, we are in the service of the Clawville government. We serve our common king. You need not be afraid to share anything with us.
I fear that even you are not authorized to have this information, dear detectives. I am really very sorry. It is a most sensitive topic.
Well, in that case, that's not a problem. If it's so very, very sensitive, we understand.
We are gonna find out.
Thank you, gentlemen. You are very kind.
Secrets are part of our work. If someone, we understand.
Secrets are part of our work. We understand.
Thank you. Your discretion means a lot to me.
Oh, we're discreet, ma'am.
Well, yes, we are. Most of the time.
Alright. Oh, here's the train conductor, which is a spider, I think. Oh my god, I'm terrified of it. Secretly. Are we can talk to this lady quickly.
My father? Don't you read the papers? It's all in there. Apart from his military and political career. He has no life.
You don't have a very high opinion of your father, am I right?
Ha! What are you? Some kind of a detective?
Ouch!
I'm only here because I want to see Clawville with my own eyes. Otherwise, I wouldn't spend several days locked up with him, even if someone pointed a gun at me.
Well, I see.
Make a note in your little notebook, detective. If somebody wring my father's neck, I should be suspect number 1.
That can't happen, miss. That's why we're here.
Ah, yes. What a shame.
Okay. I'm gonna make a connection here. So, you and you. There is murderous intent. No, hostility. I don't know what it would be. There's some like detention. Detention. It would be like some. Because I don't think it's like this. I think it would be something like rivalry or something. And then this lady really does not like. This is murderous intent. I'm not entirely sure what that would be though. Like I'm just taking guesses here, right? There's love here. Platonic, reconciled, one-sided, faked, and toxic. I think it's toxic. If anything. There's some one-sided something happening there. He is the necessary corporation workplace. I think you don't trust this guy. I'm not entirely sure why, but like, we made a couple of connections. Funny. Like some clues. Mujara's secret. Mujara in Stavonia. The presence of Ambassador Mujara in Stavonia is strictly classified information. Frosty relationship. Kinney is quite hateful about her father. Could something have happened between them over these words of a neglected and spoiled girl? And national tensions. Mujara's resentment. Ambassador Mujara is seriously offended why he was not given the same ornate escort and protective custody from the crown as a Stavonian ambassador.
This cursed weather.
Dear miss, as a fellow furry cat who is also used to the cold, may I say?
I am not a cat.
Oh, what?
Oh, I see. I didn't mean it like that. I just...
And I am not furry either. I follow the Clawville fashion, if you must know.
Meaning?
I shave like every civilized woman in the world. Any other details you want to know?
What do you mean?
I didn't even want to know that.
Sorry to bother you, madam. We won't do it anymore.
Where do you shave?
First good idea I've heard all day.
What do you mean? Does she shave her fur like close to her skin?
Yes.
Are you still here? Unfortunately, it is our bitter duty to stay with you until the journey is over.
Are you serious?
Well, you could do that in silence, couldn't you? Yes, we could, dear lady. Then, alright, any other conversation biddies? There's one. Oh, there's one.
Yes?
Please just let me know if I can be of any service. Just of course, sugar
What?
bun. Excuse me. My dear partner
Indeed.
needed to say, We will. It was nice to meet you. Oh, I see. Well, goodbye to you too. I guess I'll see you at the party. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
What?
What? I wouldn't miss it for the world, miss?
Are you serious?
Don't do that. That's so childish. What a turnaround, eh? Did that fine little lady touch something in you? You mean my heart? No, my dear friend. My heart belongs to Clawville and the crown.
No way.
Oh, of course. Okay, so we got a crash in Farney.
Let's go.
On the train then, ma'am.
Indeed.
I look forward to seeing you again. See you at the party, as you say, Mr. Detective. Okay, let's talk to the employee. Must be an employee of the Clawville Express.
Welcome, gentlemen. Detectives Wildflower and Palladius, I presume.
Just Moses and Plato. No need for formalities.
As you wish, gentlemen. I'm Pierre. I'll be your guide, your helper, and your humble servant on the road.
Sounds very nice, buddy. May we speak to your boss?
My boss?
I mean the one who runs the Express.
Ah, I see. That would be me too, Pierre.
Oh, really?
These hands
Look,
going
pal,
everywhere.
No offense, but
Hang on.
How could the train inspector be a simple insect?
well, I mean, that's what I was getting at. I really didn't mean to offend you, but it's quite rare.
Indeed, it is rare, which is why I feel so honored. And of course, it is a huge responsibility too.
In that case, good for you. And congratulations.
Thank you. Please enjoy your journey. If there's anything I can do to help, I'll jump to it right away.
Ah. He's a jumping spider.
You know, jump.
Ah, because you're a jumping spider.
Ah.
Yes, I am. Witty, no?
Oh.
Yes, we all had such a good laugh.
But please board the train soon. Most of the passengers have already taken their cabins.
We will. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, all aboard!
About time.
I was starting to freeze to death out here.
Cassandra, my darling, I'll have you warmed up in no time.
Must we tolerate this incessant chatter?
I'm
Let's
so
board.
Slow down, Separ. Don't be in such a hurry. You know your heart.
Alright. Nothing new to sniff at here. We also didn't inquire about this, like, thingy. I have a question to ask Pierre.
Listen,
Tell me, Pierre, how is it possible that the ambassador's bodyguards are not in the same wagon as the ambassador himself?
Indeed.
Well, the ambassador's carriage is accompanied by none other than apart from the ambassador and his lovely daughter, of course. Baron. I see. Well, yes, that's understandable. And what about the carriage after that? That was taken as well. And the one after that? Well, taken as well, am I right? Yes, unfortunately. I see.
What?
Splendid. I can tell we're going to have a wonderful trip here at the very ass of the train.
No, that's horrible.
Please, I'm sorry if this is any inconvenience. Oh, never mind. We're from Clawville. That's at least depressing enough on its own. A few days in the dark little hole won't hurt anybody, huh? Oh, we actually quite like dark, cramped places, don't we, Plato? Because of our species.
What?
Well, yes, of course, but this isn't about race. It's about principle. Come on, don't be always such a grouch. That's more my style. Ah. Alrighty. I wanna check the animals. Yeah, jumping spider. You see, like, this is the second game this week that I have found that there is a spider that's not, like, terrifying.
We wish you a pleasant journey on behalf of the Clawville Express. Let me know if you need anything. I can be very handy.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Huh?
Oh, yes, I see. Because you have a lot of hands, right?
Oui.
Ooh-wee. Also, we're detectives, right? We're detectives. We police officers. But we can't get a pun. That's really funny.
Indeed.
Oui. Alright, Pierre. Let's get on the Clawville Express. I better get used to it. We'll be stuck on this machine monster for days. Well, well.
Well, it wasn't that hard to have a little chat, was it? It's a nice way to pass the time.
I've already got the worst headache.
Come on, you'll survive. So, shall we hop on board then?
If we must.
Quite strange company we got here, don't you think?
And we haven't seen half of it yet.
Something smells fishy to me. This Mujara guy and his assistant. Not to mention His Excellency the Ambassador and his ice-cold daughter.
We're in for an interesting journey, that's for sure. But I wouldn't jump to conclusions just yet.
Well, anyway, time to get ready for the party.
Oh, no. The party. You shouldn't have mentioned. My head.
Come on, Chief. Let's get dressed up, have a drink or two, and go to the little rat hole in the back of the train for a good sleep. What could go wrong?
Famous last words, eh?
Ha! See? You're getting a sense of humor.
No.
No. Is that the end of the demo? Why are we getting a suspicious smile? Oh, is this the end of the demo? I wanted to know what's going on, and I wanted to talk to me people. Beep, beep, beep. Well, I guess we have to wait for the full game. No. No, we get to play more. Oh, thank God. Let's see. I still have a little time before the horrible party in the luxury dining car. What do I do until then? Explore the train? Who should I talk to? I better choose wisely because time is precious.
So, where to next?
Yay!
I think it's worth taking a good look at the train map and deciding wisely how to use our precious time until the party starts.
And how much time do we have?
Exactly 1 hour, my dear friend. At least, let's say, 4 places to visit?
And 4 passengers to socialize with.
If we really must.
Cool. So we got third class that has this wombat. Second class with no one in it. Second class dining with the coney. Second class 1, which has the lady elephant. And we can't go to any of the others. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got exactly 4. So like that's totally fine. Go. This is cool. Map of the wilderness. We may need it later. Okay. It looks kind of like England, but not quite. It's a very small cabin. Stavonia, ancient wild country. They say wild animals still live in its vast untamed forests. Nice shoes, neat bed, and well-combed fur. These 3 things define a true gentleman. Unfortunately, Plato falls short in all of these.
Yes.
Tiny, hard, and infinitely uncomfortable. Just like home. The endless, melodically rumbling, numbing rumble of the game. Of the train. Nothing else worth mentioning. This is without doubt the cheapest and worst conditioned cabin of all. It is an honor. Smell of Plato. Plato has a remarkably peculiar smell. A basic cat scent mixed with a strong lavender whiskey cologne that he uses, and I can smell the unmistakable aroma of relief on him. Probably because we are finally in a warm place. Old leather and textile tapestries with the smell of tobacco and coffee deeply and unmistakably embedded over the years. Okay, I don't want to talk to Plato. I want to talk to the wombat thing. Yeah, let's go to third class wagon 1. Because that's where we want to go. Talk to the wombat. We haven't spoken to him. Oh, wait. Turn around. Sorry, I thought that there was like a... Oh. Where is Wombat Man? We are a detective. We are Moses. Storage wagon. Can we go to the storage wagon? There's no reason for me to enter here at the moment. Maybe later. I want to talk to the... Oh, Basil. There you go.
Hey! You're the detectives, aren't you? The high rollers from Clawville.
Well, of course the wombat is
High
Australian.
rollers. I don't hear that enough.
Detectives Moses and Plato. Yes, that would be us. And who do we have the honor of speaking to?
Me? I'm Basil. Basil Pesca is my honest name and it's full of furry glory. To my friends, it's Baz. To my enemies, it's Ratty Pesca. Well, I'm a wombat, but you don't usually get to choose your nickname, eh?
Nice to meet you. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to be travel companions.
Yes, we are, but don't let the condition of the carriage put you off. I'm not saying it's as good as the others, but I'm not saying it isn't.
I'm not sure I follow you, pal.
You see, my dear furry friend, everything is relative and a matter of comparison.
That's not a real answer, is it?
Ah, so you really are detectives. Obsessed with facts, huh? Well, you'll have something to investigate soon, I tell you. Just keep watching.
What? How do you know? If you say so.
I don't seem very reliable, do I?
Well, we should be going, shouldn't we?
I'll be here if you need any help, detectives. Believe me, you're gonna need me soon.
Okay. Psst. What do you think, Moses?
Nervous type. Probably paranoid. But we do have to be careful. You're right about that.
I got a bad feeling about this guy. He's making my tail cramp up.
You've got a bad feeling about everyone, Plato, and please get your tail checked by someone.
But how many times have I been right, huh?
He who throws a handful of stones at a target must sometimes hit it.
Very deep.
And true, but let's stop whispering because we probably look very silly.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Alright. Okay, so we can actually talk to him. I am gonna take a young sniff at everything. To be honest, I expected something pungent, strong, a pleasant scent, but this is just fresh, crisp hay. Does my nose work? Despite the mess, I don't smell anything intense. In fact, I smell a slight mixture of musk and violet. Strangely, despite its dirty, untidy appearance, it has a fairly neutral smell. In fact, I'd say it's almost pleasant. It's lavender, maybe a little orange, a leather bag, and a whiff of an old book mixed in. And a little barely perceptible musk. Huh. I thought it would stink. Take a look at stuff. Fading world. is a melancholic and mystical calm that pervades this landscape. An old miner's lamp. It looks quite out of place in this environment. Although this guy always seems nervous, his heartbeat is quite steady and slow. Alright. Let's have a chat to him.
Tell me, what did you mean before? That we're going to be busy here on the train?
Did you meet the bloody colonel?
The bloody
I beg
colonel.
your pardon?
The Stavonian ambassador. People called him a butcher when he fought in the colonial war. And other names, some way worse.
Interesting.
And there's that actor, if you can call him that. What a ripoff.
What a ripoff.
It's not a crime to be a ripoff.
Unfortunately.
And his girlfriend? Did you see the signs? She seems terribly unstable. She must be hysterical. Or worse, she could crack at any moment.
Well, sir, thank you for the observations. We'll keep an eye out.
You're right to do so. Yes, indeed. Eyes, ears, and nose open. I smell blood, you know, and my nose rarely fools me.
Blood?
I meant it figuratively. At least for now. But who knows?
Uh-huh. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, buddy. Okay, we got a whole lot of new stuff. So I can ask him all these things, okay, for free, which is great. So I got a bunch of facts. Jara's heart. He's got some problems with his heart. Massacre in Taroga. The ambassador played a major role in the bloody conflicts that took place in Taroga colonies between Stavonia, Clawville, and of course the rebels of Taroga. He has been called by various names ever since, the most typical and most eloquent being the Butcher. Ah! No wonder Basil knows everything about almost anyone. He's the Red Herring, the famous spy working for the Clawville Crown, whose persona is almost legendary. We can be thankful he's on our side because knowledge, especially in his case, is a more dangerous weapon than a gun. Not just a bum. Basil is either a very good judge of character and a good guesser, or he really knows something about almost everything and everyone. It's hard to tell, but he's certainly not the simple drifter he seems. Cool. Wombat. Okay, I want to ask him a question.
So, what do you do for a living?
He's the Red Herring.
I'm a world traveller, at your service.
A world traveler? That's a profession?
I write guidebooks, mister. And the best guidebooks in all the wilderness.
It's also suspicious.
Is that so?
Here, take a look. This is the latest book I've written about Nautica.
Nautica?
Thank you. Are you working on a book right now?
Always. I'm writing one about the Clawville Express.
Good to know. Thank you.
Oh, we got a new item. Nautica. Through the eyes of a globetrotter. A guidebook written by Basil Pesca. I would have thought it was a sham, but it seems to be a very real book. 90% off. Looks very used. I am sleepy.
So, the ambassador. What else do you know about him?
Yeah, not much. I'm not a military historian or anything.
Strangely, I feel as if you still have something to say.
It's rather odd that he, of all people, is being sent to the peace negotiations.
Because...
Ignat is not only a butcher who has led Stavonia's bloodiest campaigns, but he's a particularly keen supporter of perpetual warfare against Clawville.
Which is the opposite of peace.
As
Well
you
done,
say, my
Plato.
furry little friend.
Okay, interesting. Thank you for the hug, Nibbles. Yeah, it's been a long week, but I'm also just like, you know, it's like, it's fine. I'm happy to be here. How about a party of Clawville wildcards? Ah, that card game they play in the CD divers? Haha, well, yes. But believe me, I didn't learn it in a place like that.
Let's do this.
Of course not. Moses, what do you think? A party? Well, why not? My dear late mother always said, don't hesitate to embark on dangerous new adventures, son. I don't think Mummy was talking about life-threatening card games. Oh! What? There's a minigame? Welcome to Clawville Wildcards tutorial. Wait, what? Okay. Players pass turns between each other using their action points. Playing cards and attacking each other each require 1 action point. Players receive 5 random cards at the beginning of their turns. You must play cards on empty fields or fields locked with chips of your own color. The chip's number indicates how many turns that field would be locked from the other player. Only the opponent's cards in the same row adjacent to the selected card can be attacked. The attack value at the bottom left number of the attacking card is subtracted from the defense value, top right. Okay, so that's alright. When a defending card's defense reaches 0, it is removed from play and a chip of the opposite color locks the field. After attacking, cards become exhausted and cannot attack again. Use an action point. Okay, can use to restore them. When a round ends when a player fills a row with their own cards. When 3 rounds to win the match. Okay. And then, I don't know. Little octopus dude looks dope. Oh, I see. Hectic. Okay, I could have attacked. Okay, I understand now. Yeah, I can't do anything here. So let me put llama face. And Slothman over there. I've got 3. Okay, I can't attack. But maybe let's block. Alright, let's attack that one. So he can't fill that up there. I can't fill this up here though. How about we put Big Bertha up here and attack this guy? Okay, we're almost there. So we can attack this one. And plonk like... Okay, we're close. So I can really just put anyone there and I win. Cool! It's a shark. Yeah, let's get rid of that shark like immediately. So that shark doesn't hit me back. And then I'll just do this. And on my next round I'll win. Oh no, Basil got it. Okay, I understand. All right. do this. He's going to get rid of me though. Maybe I should have attacked him. Okay, so he'll win on his next turn, so I need to put something there. So how about I do... I have a 2? No. We can do this. Put you there. And then we can put like... a rabbit there. That as it is. Can't really do much there. At the very least, we'll just try to make as much space as possible. Oh my god. Okay, this is fine, because then I can just attack twice, right? So I got nothing that does 6. Oh, I do. And then I can just plonk something there and then I win. Nice. I'm gonna start opposite. No. I'm gonna plonk you over there. And then I'll plonk you right here. That's fine. You can attack this jobby. This cockle's pretty cool. But for now, like, we can just put shark. And then we'll put the badger here. Try to bait him to come here. Deal me in. Yeah, there you go. So then all we need to do is attack this guy. And put this down here. And we win. Great. Continue story. Nice. I didn't know that this would have a mini game. That's dope. It's been a game. I'm genuinely
Listen
surprised.
here.
Bah, do we not look intelligent enough to win a card game? No, not that at all. But I didn't think you were sly enough.
What?
Sly? But Detective Moses is a fox. So what? I don't have any racial prejudices.
If you ask me, it's no coincidence you've been exiled to the last car.
You mean someone might have deliberately wanted to distance us?
I'm not saying they did. Well, I'm not saying they didn't. You think I'm just paranoid, eh?
Yes.
Nah.
Well, think what you want. But one thing's for sure, gentlemen. Someone is trying to kill the Stavonian ambassador. I can feel it in my tail.
You what?
Wombats have tails too, you know. And mine's as good as yours, even if it's a little smaller.
They got little
the
tufts.
wild ones.
Like bunnies.
You better take what I say seriously, detectives. You're here to protect the ambassador, are you not?
I think.
You seem to know quite a lot about everything. What exactly are you doing here?
Am I a suspect already?
Everyone's
no
a
crime
suspect.
has been committed yet.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
It's impossible to have a normal conversation with you.
Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong.
Let's cut the crap, Pesker. We don't have time for this.
The clock is ticking. Tick-tock.
We'll be back.
TikTok.
I'm sure of it. See you soon, Cobber. I mean, Copper.
New ask topic. Another one?
And what do you think of the other ambassador?
I don't know much about him. He's a bit of a mystical figure. I mean, he is really some kind of shaman or something. But I know he's sick just thinking about being on the same train with a Stavonian delegation.
Because?
Everyone knows that the people of the Tarogo colonies hate the Stavonians. Historical reasons, you know? Great massacre, genocide, invasion, slavery, just the usual.
And that's why peace is important, isn't it?
Maybe so, but someone may be seeking revenge instead.
So you're implying that Ambassador Mujara would seek revenge for what happened to his people?
I said no such thing. I said someone.
You're playing games with us, ain't you?
Oh, come on, not just you. Don't take it personally. I'm playing games with everyone.
I already feel less special.
If there's one thing I can tell you, Majara's sole presence is highly suspicious in itself. Why? Why here? Why now? A deliberate political provocation? Or is it kind of a test?
You mean the Crown is testing the Stavonians by bringing them together with their enemies?
Why not?
Tell me, do you like spy novels by any chance?
Oh, how do you know? I eat 'em up like a good tender straw.
Yeah, I thought so.
All right. Let's go and talk with this lady. Have a look with our senses. Fragile body and soul, nervous breathing, soft jingling of precious jewels, the friction of silk and fine hair, a racing heartbeat. Okay. A typical representation of the Clawville royal style, with a touch of colonial overtones. Very tasteful. The wagon itself, however, is rather run down. They certainly don't pay attention to restoration as they did with the first wagons. Though barely visible, I couldn't help but notice the tiny and fresh ink stains on the fingertips of her left glove. Left hand, so she is left-handed and probably wrote a letter recently with a blue ink fountain pen. I mean, this had blue. Okay. Lots and lots of perfumes to try to suppress the original real scent, which is quite subtle and pleasant. It's a pity, but that says something about her. Uncertain, even about his own natural scent. Alright. Oh, both of these. I'd rather ask a question. Oh wait, we know about this. Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm saying this because we're on a train, but I think I'm a bit lost.
Not to worry, Miss Fay. It is indeed a train, but a rather large one.
With quite a lot of secrets.
Let's hope not.
I'm so glad you detectives are here.
And why is that?
Well, rumor has it the ambassador's about to be assassinated.
What do you mean?
What?
Haven't you heard? Everyone's talking about it. They say someone on the train is trying to kill Ambassador Ignat.
Who's saying
Although
this?
we don't think this will happen.
I've heard it more than once, and I'm not even the social type.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't want to be indiscreet, but I couldn't help but notice the fresh ink marks on your
Oh
gloves.
my.
Oh, yes, that's nothing. I was just making a note in my diary. Was that the first thing you did when you boarded the legendary Clawville Express? Well, yes, it's odd, isn't it? I just had a feeling something bad was going to happen, and I'd better get it off my chest. The truth is, I always write when I'm upset. I feel like it calms my soul and helps me to move on, I guess. It sounds silly, I know.
Listen,
On the contrary, miss. It's a great way to calm your inner ocean. Sometimes I do it myself. I do it too.
Wonderful.
Really? Oh, we're alike in that way. You don't want to be like him, lady. Believe me. You're so funny. Yes, he can be. Really? Oh, it's the first time I've noticed we've got a pipe. I'm totally not joking, and you both know that. I want to see more facts and clues. The Majara's secret. Majara and his delegation are here for a reason. Basil says that presence here is a deliberate provocation and a test of Savonian. Delegation? Ignat is not only a true butcher who's taken part in Stavoni's bloodiest campaigns, but is a particularly keen supporter of perpetual warfare against Clawville and a hidden killer. Maybe it is this lady.
Why alone, if I may ask? Isn't Mr. Lupus your partner on this trip?
On this trip, and I hope even further, yes. However, you know he's under a lot of pressure lately with our latest picture, and tends to shut himself away for an hour or two. It's his personal downtime.
Ah, I see. New picture?
Yes, El Wolf. You haven't heard of it?
El Wolf?
It's been all over the...
Sorry, I just noticed that my camera is like taking up some space. Unnecessary space.
press. The scandalous director, the movie star, and the rising starlet. Which would be me.
Oh yeah, I think I've heard of it. How's the filming going?
Terribly. The whole production is a mess. The studio's in a frenzy and the director is an animal. And my dear Cassidy isn't at his best. You know, he's a sensitive artist. He needs peace and security and, well, this production is anything but peaceful or safe.
I see. Thank you, Miss Faye.
Oh, you're welcome.
Huh. Interesting. Messy productions. Never fun. Your dear husband, I mean partner, I mean...
Interesting.
Behold, the great Moses Wildflower is embarrassed. Don't be ridiculous, Plato. Don't be embarrassed, dear Mr. Wildflower. Cassidy and I aren't married. Yet. But if it all goes well, we'll finally get wed after filming El Wolf. Oh, congratulations. Well, if he can get through that horrible shoot with that beast of a director.
Tell me.
You said the director of the upcoming film is an animal? I mean, in a pejorative sense?
Oh my.
In every sense of the word, yes. Charles Rufus Vidor has directed some fantastic pictures. In some of them, he was even a brilliant actor himself, but now he's old and sour and evil. Childish as that sounds. A rich director corrupted by money and power? Not at all, miss. It's a classic. You know... For Cassidy and me, this trip is a relief. A break from the madness of shooting. Thanks to the great wild ones, the Crown thought the presence of 2 movie stars would brighten up the whole trip.
Interesting.
So you're not just here on holiday? Holiday, relaxation, and still a bit of work, yes. I'd like to think of us as ambassadors of Clawvillian culture. I see. Nice thought.
Wonderful.
Isn't it? I think so myself.
Oh my.
Hope I'm not late
Let's
for the
do
party.
this.
Ah, yes, the party's everyone's waiting for. Everyone? Maybe for you. Wouldn't you like to be there, miss? In the same place as the Stavonian embassy? No way. Not to be rude, but the less of them I get, the better. I can understand that.
Are you serious?
Plato, my friend, more professionalism, please. Yeah, I'm not, sorry, Moses, you're right. Okay, so she doesn't like the Stavonian embassy as well. Right? To the Mine Palace. She doesn't like them. And I don't know why. I think it's like... revenge? I know that this is definitely revenge. That is revenge for sure. The wombat knows things. Hey, Wolf, how you doing? And the conductor is the conductor. For now. The conductor could also be like the butler, you know? Alright, let's go to second class one. Oh, lots to see here. Funny sounds. The heartbeat is slow, steady, almost melodious. Those painted patterns on her skin, are they just on her face, or... Look here, mister. I don't think there's a single drop of chemical on her skin. It's as if the fragrance comes only from natural sources. Alright, so nothing really to interact with here in terms of the senses. Oh. Malvaceae hibbonica. Wonderful and extraordinary flower. I wonder why it's kept under a dome like this. Alright, how do I get away from this? Plant must be very precious to the ambassador. Okay. Stavonia, ancient wild country. They say wild animals still live in its vast, untamed forests. Weird painting. Rather interesting painting. This new wave art is too sublime for me. Alright, let's talk to Fani.
Dear Miss Fani, it is a pleasure meeting you again.
Oh, hang on.
Likewise, dear Mr. Wildflower.
Oh, you remembered my name. I'm honored.
Well, as an ambassador's assistant, I am a prisoner of details.
Prisoner of details?
As am I. You see, as a detective, I have to pay attention to the smallest detail at all times.
Here we go.
I know the feeling. And? What have you observed so far?
Well, you're, how shall I say, exceptionally pretty and tidy and...
That's so sweet. But that's not what I mean. I mean, what did you observe about the train and the passengers?
Oh, of course. Silly me.
Great wild ones, save us.
So, yes, a rather odd bunch of people have gathered here. Although we haven't managed to talk to everyone yet.
Have you heard the rumor?
The rumor?
That someone... It's terrible even to say it, but... There are whispers that someone is trying to kill the Stavonian ambassador.
Okay.
Don't worry, miss. That won't happen. That's why we're here.
But aren't you putting yourselves in danger?
Maybe so.
Yeah, it's part of the job.
But it's part of the job.
Yeah, you go.
Oh. How heroic.
Okay. This is where I die.
Please, just let me know if you need anything.
Anything?
Anything?
Anything.
Anything, milady.
Milady.
I will,
Ooh.
Moses. I mean, Mr. Wildflower.
I mean, what is like an old school detective story without like one of the suspects like having like a flirtatious thing with the detective? Like, come on. I'm doing good, Wolf. I am like tired. But I'm good. I'm good. You took care of the manual notification, added the stream archive channel to the channel notification list. Thank you. Sorry, I made a new stream archive channel because I don't know why I didn't just like... It's fine. Past Kez was... Didn't have hindsight, so it's totally fine. You could feel the fedora tip, milady. Oh, that was horrible. Yeah. What's this? Casual conversation can easily turn into a bloody serious one. I have to listen to the answers and spot if the person I'm questioning is lying or twisting the truth. It won't be easy, especially with such a pleasant subject as Miss Fani. Whoa! Okay. Ambassador Majari's pretty assistant, so I... Whoa. Okay. This is interesting. You mean past kids didn't have foresight? Yes. Yes. That is what I meant. My brain. Pasquez did not have hindsight. I have hindsight. She didn't have foresight. Need to train someone else on the complexities of the server. Oh, I'm sure that there are lots of people that want to know how to run a really good server. All right. The ambassador was in a particularly peppery mood this morning. What observations? Features of her face are subtle, pleasant, relaxed, and serene. Her posture shows perfect control. Her every movement is completely planned and controlled. Her heartbeat is calm, slow, and balanced. Her posture shows perfect control. Okay.
The ambassador was in a particularly peppery mood this morning. Could it have been the cold?
The
Also,
weather
hi,
is
Mallory.
indeed hard on him. We're from the sweltering Torogo, but
But
the Separ is quite upset about Ambassador Ignat.
Well, yeah, we know.
you mean why he hasn't been escorted in the same way?
Not only that, but the mere sight of the Stavonian delegation is deeply shocking and upsetting to him.
Interesting. Are there deeper, more personal reasons for the depth of his feelings?
Personal? Oh, no, not at all. It's just that Torogo and Stavonia have been in conflict for centuries. This is purely political.
Okay, so no deviations. Is there something wrong with the ambassador's health?
Tell me, is there something wrong with the ambassador's health?
Why would you think that?
I'm just fumbling around, so...
No, not at all. The ambassador is in perfect health.
It's a lie! Prove your claim. Okay, so here's the detective-y things. This is cool. I know there's this clue.
We heard you tell the ambassador to watch his heart. At another time, you said he is often tired nowadays.
You've got me, yes. The ambassador has a serious heart condition, but he does not like to appear weak in front of anyone, especially in front of his enemies.
How many people watched the Steam stream yesterday? But yesterday when you checked, there were 56. My stats told me that there were only like 22 people. Maybe there are 56 people that watched the... That watched the video? Yeah, like 59 people watched the video. But I don't know if it got, like live it got to 56. But also like I keep my viewers off most of the time anyway, so it actually could be. But according to my stats, it wasn't nearly that high.
That's understandable.
Is it really that high?
We won't pass it on to anyone, we promise.
Oh, the Steam stream thing. Oh, you mean not the Ludonaricon Steam sale, the thing that's on the Steam, on Steam itself. Yes. Yes, I also saw that there were like 50 people watching it. Okay, sorry. Brain is tired. So like, tired brain plus yeah, there were people watching that. That's pretty cool. I shared it to like everyone. There was my family, I shared it to one of my co-workers, I shared it with you guys, I shared it on Twitter. I was like, ah.
Thank you.
So how is everything? Okay. Tell me why you're here. Why are you really here? I mean, why are you
Tell
really
me.
here?
Why are you really here? I mean, why are you really here?
I'm sorry. I don't know what you were suggesting.
So, you were on holiday? Right here. One of the coldest places of the whole wild world.
I've already told you, Detective. It's just a coincidence. The ambassador was here on holiday, yes. You know he loves the opera, and Stavonia is famous for its opera houses.
It's a lie. Because he doesn't like Stavonia. The air between two factions is almost red hot. And also Ignat's like, maybe we can do this.
Despite the centuries-old conflict between your countries, you would have me believe that you are here because of the opera? At the very same time the Stavonian ambassador is due to visit Clawville for the peace talks. We just want to know the truth, Miss Fanny. We mean you no harm.
You're right. There's no point in hiding it.
Ooh, tell us.
We are here for a deeper purpose. But unfortunately, I cannot disclose the reason right now.
Lady.
Is this the secret you mentioned earlier?
Secret?
Indeed. It's about our religion. I hope you understand if I don't want to talk about it myself. Perhaps Ambassador Mujara will be more willing.
We understand. Thank you for your honesty.
I thank you, Detective.
Okay. How was your journey so far?
So, how was your journey so far?
Well, the train is very comfortable, and the ambassador is pleased.
Yes, but I'm asking you, not the ambassador.
Oh, well, yes. I've never been on a train with such class, you know? I'm very thrilled about it.
What else? I can see that you're a little embarrassed, if I don't offend you by saying so.
You're so observant. Yes, well, besides being excited, I'm also a little uncomfortable, as I don't really know how to behave in a situation like this, with such important people.
I feel like it's the truth.
I believe you. I advise you to just be yourself. That's always the best way.
Oh, really? I think so myself.
Alright. I don't know what this means. But everything is... she's still fine. What do you think of Stavonia?
What do you think of Stavonia?
We are taught from an early age that this place is pure evil. You know, because of the shared history between our nations. But to be honest, the people here have been kind to me, and the country is beautiful. Although, I'll admit it's a bit cold for my taste.
I'm glad you're so honest and open, Miss Fanny. It helps our work a lot.
Your work? You mean, this is some kind of interrogation? Did something happen?
No, but, you know, we're always inquiring. It's kind of a professional habit.
Oh, now she's picking
and,
up
well,
the interrogation.
better safe than sorry, right?
Yes, exactly. You're right.
Okay. What do you think about the peace negotiations?
What do you think about the peace negotiations?
Hot topic.
You're asking me?
Yes, you. Not the Separ, but you. I want your opinion.
Oh. Well, you know, I hadn't really thought about it that much. I'm so preoccupied with the ambassador's thoughts and concerns.
You almost forgot you have your own, don't you?
Yes, exactly. I mean, it sounds very silly, but sort of.
Don't worry. I understand. So...
I think it's the greatest thing that's happened in the wilderness in decades. Two great powers that have been enemies for centuries finally joining hands and uniting in a common cause.
And the Stavonian ambassador?
The mere presence of Ambassador Ignat is a symbol. If the negotiations go well in Clawville and peace is finally signed, it will be a genuinely grand event for all of us. Oh my, isn't that wonderful?
I think that's the truth. I see, I believe you, miss. Thank you, detective. Oh, that was dead wrong. Oh gosh, okay.
Can you tell us about your country?
You want to hear about Torogo?
Exactly, my dear.
Well, you see, Torogo is very different from Stavonia or Clawville. We're just on the threshold of civilization. The country is still full of jungles, primitive tribes, exotic plants, and wilderness.
You talk about it very passionately.
I love my home very much, Mr. Wildflower. Notwithstanding, or perhaps because of, all the horrors it has endured in the last century.
You mean the Stavonian invasion?
Not just that, but you know. And I mean no offense, but Clawville is also just another colonial power. And I don't mean to sound ungrateful. I'm very thankful to our common king, but...
I know your feeling.
Continue.
I know the feeling very well.
I don't want to bore you with my nonsense.
You're not boring me, my dear. Please.
Clawville has done our country a great service, given us many useful modern things. It's just that it's taken something too. Something that was very important to us. Our souls. Our freedom.
Okay, what do you think of your fellow passengers?
What do you think of your fellow passengers?
Quite a colorful bunch. But the ones I've met so far have been quite nice.
Even the Stavonian delegation?
So far, yes.
Even Kunya?
You mean the ambassador's daughter? Well, she was a little more cold than she should have been.
I can believe that. The mere presence of her chills the room by 2 degrees, doesn't it?
As you say, dear detective. Exactly.
And what do you think of Ambassador Ignat?
What do you think of Ambassador Ignat?
He is a rather frightening figure. He has a terrible reputation in my country. Just think of the Canbor massacre, where thousands perished by the hands of the Stavonians before the Clawville forces liberated the region.
I believe that war crime was never proven against the ambassador.
That's true. But for the people of Torogo, there is no question that he was guilty.
And you think so as well?
You know, Mr. Wildflower, I try to see the best in everyone, even when it's very difficult. And in this case, I assume the best in the absence of evidence. It's just the way I am. I can't help it.
Darling, this conversation was very useful. Thank you. I hope I've been useful, Detective. Please call me Moses. It would mean a lot. Yeah, I'll try. Moses. Here you go. Okay, we got what we wanted and maybe more. This is what I call a perfectly executed interrogation. But I still got 3 stars. Okay. It's totally fine. Thank you for your generous answers. Not a problem. I'm glad I could help, though you can say it, dear. It's rather daunting to be involved in such an interrogation. I wouldn't say it was an interrogation, more of an analytical inquiry. You said the same thing, but in odd words, didn't you? She's already seeing right through you, Moses. See? It's that easy. I get it. That was cool. It's time. The party's about to start. Just get it over with. You'll love it, believe me. Think of it as one big sociological experiment. Yeah, but who's the subject? Them? Or is it me? You really are indefensible. You are right, dear friend. Sorry. Come on, I'm used to it. Let's go. After all, what could go wrong? As you say, Plato, what could go wrong? Chat, I
But
need
let's
to
not
end
get
off.
ahead of ourselves.
But it's okay.
We haven't even started this journey.
Okay, so this is the end of the demo.
And we might just be in for the adventure of a lifetime, huh?
Oh, but every day is an adventure with you, Plato.
Come on, Chief. Let's get dressed up, have a drink or 2, and go to the little rat hole in the back of the train for a good sleep. What could go wrong?
Well, the ambassador was killed.
Famous last words, eh?
Why does Wolfman have a gun? We have so many questions. How did he get killed? Who killed him? Alright. Cool. This game, I'm not sure if it has a release date. Let's say add to wishlist and maybe it will give me a release date. To be announced. So, at some point. But I think wishlist will help it a lot. But that was cool. I quite like that. I enjoyed the story. Unfortunately, I'm just like tired. So I didn't want to stream for that long, and I was just like, oh, it's end of the stream. And then the demo was like, well, lucky for you, the demo's ending. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back tomorrow